Hi, Jack.
Johnny Baseball. Johnny Husband.
Johnny Baseball.
Johnny Husband.
We love Johnny.
I love Johnny.
Yes, sir. Great guy.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna get on this chat. What the heck?
Dumpy. Start mixing it up with the locals. Greetings from Grove City. Please, everyone, put that. I don't think so.
Yep.
I was gonna say he probably
Is that white noise or a new ASMR session?
Yes.
What does that stand?
I have no clue.
I don't
Okay,
know,
let's
and I'm
look
doing my
at
best.
ASMR
Like-
stand for.
something has to do with your circulatory, some sort of system.
8 minutes, Jack. I'm so scared.
You're scared.
Yeah! You have it all taken care of. I'm turning the mic off.
You're on.
Hey, welcome to our Oasis Student Ministry live stream. We're glad that you're here with us. I think this thing's working. Boomer, right? Hey, earlier this week, we invited you to take on a Master Lego Build Challenge, and I want to show you some of the results that we got from that. So here they come. First off, we have a submission from the Barger family right here. Secondly, we have Noah Brown. Then we have, this is from Cassie Klaus right here. Carissa and Christina Dunkerley tossed us this bad boy. We have one from Josh Elverson. It's a nice rink you got there. Darren Filer submitted this piece. Love that. Then Isaac Filer topped his brother with this. We also have a submission from Faith McLean. This is the Garden of Eden. And then Keenan McLean with the crucifixion of Jesus. I know Michelangelo is proud. Then we have this from Tommy McCoy. Isaac Mowry submitted this. And lastly, my son Carter made this. Phenomenal work by all of you. So, I'm not one for competition, but maybe some of you out there are. So we want to give you another opportunity to compete right now. We know you're at home. We know that you've got very little probably to do. So right now, dropping on our Facebook and Instagram pages are a list of 50 items that for the next 7 minutes, you and your family are able to try to collect as many of them into one spot as you can, take one picture and submit it to Facebook, and in your caption, put the number of items that you think you found, and our leaders will verify that. So at the end of our session, we'll be awarding the winner for the Lego Master Build and for this competition. So you're going to have 7 minutes to collect as many of these things as you can and submit that picture to us. Are you ready? Get set. Go.
This is Dumpy reporting in. Shout out to Jordan Richmond, Nick Barger, if you're there. I can tell a whale joke. Save it for
All right, guys, you have 1 minute to send your photos into the Facebook page.
Not
And
two, but
just the one photo, please.
Oh, I was 1 minute. 60
1
seconds.
minute. Less than that now.
Oh, probably like 40 at this point.
No, maybe like 47.
Not 47 photos. 47. Well, it's
Strictly
probably like 40
speaking
seconds.
about the minutes. Not minutes, seconds. Of which there are maybe 36 now.
See, all you guys see is us two talking up here, talking to you. But what we see is just Pastor Nate and Jack in the back on a computer.
Refusing to make eye contact.
No one's looking at us.
We're very scared.
We're talking to an empty room. I'm sweating. I'm literally sweating.
I'm very sweaty.
All right, turn your pictures in. Let's just say you have 30 seconds left. Someone's blowing up my phone. If it's one of you guys, I'm reading it out loud.
It's from his mom. We're back.
We're back. We're live. We'll do it live. How's the stream? Nick Barger, text me. How's the stream? Jordan,
else,
send me a DM.
Text me, please.
Thomas, I know you have my number.
I'm lonely. Judah, I'm throwing you a shout out right now.
If you guys want me to read a text message, just go ahead and text me if you have my number. Hey, bro, you should give me a shout out. I don't
Who
have
is
their.
that?
I don't have their number.
Oh, embarrassing.
It's Thomas or it's Boston, I think.
Either way, love them both.
Hey, text me who it is. I do love Boston. I do love Thomas.
Thomas, I hope you're wearing your weird blue bucket hat.
Eli Mara, I hope you're wearing your Pokemon bucket hat. It's glitchy. Got it. All right, we're going offline. We're live.
Maybe.
Streaming. We're better? Oh. I'm getting a phone call from Nicholas Barger. Hey, Barger. That's me. All right, I have a job to do, so I'm going to let you go. All right, so what we're going to do now is you guys are going to turn your photos in, but we're also going to be playing a Kahoot. So, as you guys will see pulling up on the screen somewhere, you can't see us anymore, but you can see the Kahoot. Go ahead, go onto the website, put the number in. Please use your real name. We are handing out prizes tonight, so we cannot hand you a prize if we do not know who you are. So please, this time, your real name, first and last preferably, or initials. That would be great. Oh, Savannah. What's up, Savannah? Jason. Hi, Jason.
Jason.
Simeon. Nathan the Dan. Oh, okay. Hi, Garrett. Jubby, of course. Ben Elverson. Hi,
Kira
Kira.
Conner,
Hi,
Papa.
Kira. Hi, Marcus.
Bree Krenzer.
20 players. I developed this Kahoot today. Kraus. Hi, Olivia Kraus. Hi, Faith.
Dunkerl.
Dunk.
You forgot the Y.
Hey, Luke. Luke Nash, probably.
Luck.
Keller?
Keller.
That's Keller.
Yeah.
Sierra
Ruth
Tkachuk.
Floss on my Element 56.
Alaren,
checking
I'm
in.
expecting a 10 out of 10.
I'm not.
Hey, everyone in the chat say hi to Alaren.
What's up, Becca?
Everyone say
Alina?
hi to, Alina. Hi.
Chase? Thum?
All right, we're going to give you guys about 30 more seconds to
Patty G. Is
log
Patty
in.
Grossi in here? Yeah!
Hey, Patty. We're
It
going to
is
give you
a
guys
good
30
day.
seconds. So if you're watching, log into the Kahoot. 20 seconds. We're going to get started.
Jordan, I tried to read your name and it gave me a stroke.
44 players. Hi, Izzy. Hi, Thomas.
Ooh.
46 players. 47.
Johnny Husband.
All right. We're going to give you guys another 15 seconds because a lot of people are 48.
Still pouring in. There is a lag. It's about 15 seconds, so don't be alarmed. Or do. I don't really care, but there is a lag.
Yeah. It's,
Lag. Weird word.
weird. It's a word. We have 50 players. How many are in the stream? The Nowlands. Hi, Nowlands. 51, you said? 58 in the stream. We're going to give you guys more time to log in. all right?
Munley's here. That's a huge win.
That is a huge one.
Yes.
Maybe his entire family's playing. Ben, his parents, everyone else.
Okay, we're gonna start. We're cutting it off.
All right, we're gonna cut it off. Log
Better
in.
than
10,
that.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start it. All right, I got the first question. 10 questions. Are you ready? Here we go. Go time. In which California city can you find the Golden State Bridge? Is it A, Los Angeles, B, Sacramento, C, San Diego, or D, San Francisco?
Pretty sure that's the Golden Gate Bridge.
What did I say?
State. You meant the Golden State Warriors.
It's a Golden Gate?
It is definitely the Golden Gate.
What?
I thought you had an education above third grade.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader?
No, for
No.
both of us.
Shout out to the Golden State Warriors.
Steph Curry.
And the answer is San Francisco. 38 of you got that right. Nice job, guys. L.
Love it. What is the correct spelling of Pastor Nate's full name? None of you know, and neither do I. If Munley does not get this, it's going to be bad. It's bad. Sorry, Jack.
Nathaniel Daniel.
I do appreciate the rhyming.
Nathan Daniel or Nate Daniel. And then good luck with his last name, because that's impossible. 3, 2, 1. Correct answer is Nathan Daniel Gross, homie.
You'll love to see it.
26 got that right. Nice job. Who is L?
It doesn't matter. That name is
nice.
in first.
Jorshan Rickman.
Ben Munley, you are in trouble. It is bad.
On Mount Rushmore, you'll find faces of Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt, and which other president? Is it Madison? Is it Jackson? Is it Jefferson? Or is it Adams?
Who's your favorite president?
Teddy Roosevelt, 100%.
James Buchanan.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. I like William Taft. He's the fatty that got stuck in a tub. Hilarious.
Nate really likes that one.
That one.
The big one. The big boy. Stop.
Stop it. The big boy. Barger, I hope you win. All right, the correct answer is Jefferson. 39 of you got that right. You guys are getting a lot more of these
12 of
correct
you
than
that
I-
answered John Adams can't actually picture what his face looks like, and I'm confident in that.
Josh Alverson. Nice job.
Yes. Yes.
Next question.
Marco Polo traveled during the late 1200s. Which part of the world did he explore?
I'm pretty sure that says Marco Pollo.
Marco Polo. He is Spanish.
He likes chicken. Marcus Chicken traveled during the late 12s.
The 12s.
Which part of the world did he explore? No question mark needed. Was it Asia, North Africa, West Africa, or Northern Europe? If you don't get this one right,
You will survive.
you'll be just
Because
fine.
it's not that important.
Guess it's just a game. Correct answer is Asia. Oh, 19 thought it was Northern Europe. 19 of you are wrong, Boston.
L, back in the lead.
L.
Just where he belongs.
Al, you need to let us know who you are.
What is the highest grossing animated film of all time?
Did you see The Lion King, the remake?
No, I did not.
Heard it was trash. Never
I heard the
watched
same
it.
thing. In fact, I don't think I've seen any of these 4 movies.
I did not see Frozen 2. Toy Story 3 is
They should call it Thawed.
Frozen 2. Thought.
Hate it.
Incredibles 2, not as good as the first one. Toy Story 3, way better than the fourth, second, and first.
Wow.
Frozen 2, never saw it. Lion King, you already had the animated one. The correct answer is Lion King,
Wow.
2019 remake. It just surpassed Frozen 2. 10 of you got that right. Nice job. L, still in the
hold
lead.
strong.
Nice job, L. I promise I don't know who that is. Which YouTube video has the most views? Is it Sorry by Justin Bieber? Is it Despacito by Luis Fonsi? Is it Shape of You by Ed Sheeran? Or is it Baby Shark by Pink Fong?
Why'd you start reading them now?
I have no idea.
Got nervous.
I can't read. I'm sweating.
Hands are really sweaty. Almost dropped the mic.
Actually.
I can't do that. Dang.
Ow!
We're giving you guys a great show, and you can't see it.
The correct answer is Despacito. Louis Fonsi. No, it is not Baby Shark.
You're wrong.
Oh,
Fallen-
Chase!
Fallen from grace.
Chase Thum, I believe. I can't think of any other chases. All right, we got a tough one here.
Yeah, this math problem. Good luck.
We're not even going to try and read it. 1,
Plus.
2, plus.
What's the order of operations?
Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Das? Das?
Grandma named Sally. Does that count?
I know a woman in our community named Sally. She's nice.
We do.
She goes to the YMCA. She teaches aquatics classes. Nate goes to the YMCA.
It's bad.
Hey, 10 of you got that right.
A lot of you did not answer.
A lot of you didn't even try to answer it. That's funny.
I'm going to say some of you used a calculator. Chase, way to go.
Oh, Ben Alverson.
Ben Elverson had that before we could even say it.
He just knew the answer. All right, guys, 3 more questions.
Big Ben the Clock was completed in 1859. What is the official name of the tower? The tower. That's it.
Just tower.
The tower.
The clock.
The
It's
clock.
The official name is actually Big Ben. And no, not the Super Bowl winning Ben Roethlisberger. It's just a clock.
He was not born in 1859.
Nor
Could have been, though. We don't know.
He has thrown for less than 1,800 yards. Oh!
I don't think that's accurate.
That's not true at all. Elizabeth Tower, 23 of you got that wrong. Congrats.
More than that, but that's okay.
Way more than half. Oh, L is coming back. L, if you don't tell us who we are, you can't win. We'll give it to the first person who we know. What country won the very first FIFA World Cup in 1930? Was it Brazil, Portugal, Spain, or Uruguay?
Not how you say that.
Uruguay.
Closer?
Uruguay.
Colder.
Urga.
It's bad.
Brazil.
This is what happens when school shuts down.
Brazil, Spain, Port Ugal, Uruguay. Please stop texting me.
Or don't. Yeah! 8 of you got that right. Most of you did not. Not impressive.
I'm
disappointed.
sorry. This is really hard. This Kahoot. Chase, nice job. Joella making a comeback. Nice job, Jubby. 3 in a row.
Last question. Which planet is the hottest in our solar system?
Not the most attractive, temperature-wise, please. Be kind of weird if you rate our planets like that. Parents, I'm sorry. if you're
Weird,
watching.
but not unheard of.
Strange, but
True.
is it Mercury not the substance? The planet is Jupiter, Venus, Saturn,
Not the car.
not the car, or my favorite planet,
No,
Earth.
it would be.
Oh. All right, 17, you got that right. Let's see who the winner is. L, if it's you, we cannot give you the prize because we don't know who you are.
Third place, we have.
Jorshan Rickman. Nice job, Jordan.
Second place, Chase.
Oh.
You'll love to see that. Is it L? Is it L?
Is it
L? Yeah, it is. L, we don't know who you are.
We
so,
don't know. You have 1 minute to
Ben
text.
Elverson in 4th place, Christina in 5th place.
L, you have 1
Good,
minute
not
to
good
text
enough.
one of our leaders who you are. One of our leaders.
Please.
Yeah, exactly.
Marcus.
Well, yeah. Well, there you go.
You must text Pastor Nate in the next 30 seconds if it's you. If it's not, we're giving it to Chase. All right, guys. Thank
Fair.
you so much for playing. We're going to leave now.
Hey guys, so welcome to worship. So I'm going to read us a verse as we're getting situated. So it's Psalm 100. Shout for joy to the Lord, all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. Know that the Lord is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving, and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him, and praise his name. For the Lord is good, and his love endures forever. His faithfulness continues through all generations. So I'm going to pray for us real quick, and then we'll go into worship. Dear God, thank you so much for allowing us to come worship you, even in our separate locations. I pray that you would allow us to make a joyful noise to you, and that you would be honored in our songs. In your name I pray. Amen.
Stories of what they think you're like, but I've heard the tender whisper of love in the dead of night, and you tell me that you're pleased and that I'm never alone. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. I've seen many searching for answers far and wide, but I know we're all searching for answers. Only you provide, 'cause you know just what we need before we say a word. You're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. It's who I am. It's who I am. It's who I am. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways. You are perfect in all of your ways to us. Love so undeniable, I can hardly speak. Peace so unexplainable, I can hardly think as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still as you call me. Deeper still into love. Love, love, you're a good, good Father. It's who you are. It's who you are. It's who you are, and I'm loved by you. I'm sorry when I've come with my agenda. I'm sorry when I forgot that you're enough. Take me back to where we started. I opened up my heart to you. I'm caught up in your presence. I just wanna sit here at your feet. I'm caught up in this holy moment. I never wanna leave. Oh, I'm not here for blessings. Jesus, you don't owe me anything more than anything that you can do. I just want you. I just want you, and nothing else, nothing else, nothing else will do. I just want you, and nothing else, nothing else, nothing else will do. I just want you, and nothing else, nothing else, nothing else will do. I'm caught up in your presence. I just wanna sit here at your feet. I'm caught up in this holy moment. Never wanna leave. Oh, I'm not here for blessings. Jesus, you don't owe me anything more than anything that you can do. I just want you. There's a grace when my heart is under fire. Another way when the walls are closing in. When I look at the space between where I used to be and this reckoning, I know I will never be alone. There was another in the fire standing next to me. There was another in the waters holding back the seas. Should I ever need reminding of how I've been set free, there is a cross that bears the burden where another died for me. There is another in the fire. On my dead left for dead beneath the waters. I'm no longer a slave to my sin anymore. Should I fall in the space between what remains of me and this reckoning? Either way, I will bow to the things of this world. And I know I will never be alone. There is another in the fire standing next to me. There is another in the waters holding back the seas. Should I ever need reminding what power set me free? There is a grave that holds nobody, and that power lives in me. The fire. Nothing stands between us. Never in the fire. Standing next to me. There is another in the waters, holding back the seas. Should I ever need reminding how good you've been to me, I'll count the joy come every battle, 'cause I know that's where you'll be. I can see the light in the darkness as the darkness bows to him. I can hear the roar in the heavens as the space between wheels thin. I can feel the ground shake beneath us as the prison walls cave in. Nothing stands between us. Nothing stands between us. Another in the fire, standing next to me. There is another in the waters, holding back the seas. Should I ever need reminding how good you've been to me, I'll count the joy come every battle, 'cause I know that's where you'll be. I'll count the joy come every battle, 'cause I know that's where you'll be. I'll count the joy come every battle, 'cause I know that's where you'll be.
Dear Jesus, I just thank you for this time, even though it's not a traditional youth group, that we are able to just meet together and love each other and worship and fellowship and play games and hear a message just from you, God, in a not so great time in our lives. God, I pray that you just speak words into Nate, that he's able to just say what you have to say tonight. And I pray this all in your name. Amen.
Super. Thanks, everybody. A lot of people put a lot of effort into this, so I want to thank them, and Jack in particular, because he's the mastermind behind all of our programming tonight. So if it didn't go well, it's my fault, but if it went really well, it's all Jack. And thanks to the team for coming out. We feel like we're in a bunker in like Nebraska or something, and it's so weird to have this worship time and to look over the chairs, and I imagined different ones of you standing in the chairs, but it's so hard not seeing you here, because I'll tell you what, 2 times in my week are pretty powerful, when on Sunday night and Thursday night when you guys are worshiping the Lord together, and you get to be a part of that. So, hey, who enjoys interruptions? There's a question for the day, right? And I'm sure that the answer kind of depends a little bit. See, I can remember way back when I used to get up and run to the TV on a cold winter morning during a snowstorm and watch on KDKA all the schools like rotate around. And when I was in elementary school, I was really hoping Central Christian Academy would appear on that list. And then in later elementary, middle school, and high school, I was hoping it would say Penncrest School District, because that was Sagertown High School was a part of that. And man, I would rejoice when school was interrupted and school was canceled. You know, when your parent kind of comes into your room and tells you, hey, get your shoes on, we're going on like a surprise adventure. That kind of an interruption, typically it goes well. I don't know, in my family, maybe. Some people are happy, some people are not. But I know there are plans too, or I know there's times when you have plans or you're anticipating something, and then someone or something interrupts those plans, that it can be upsetting for sure. And I want you to kind of, in our chat, can you tell me about a time when you were interrupted, and how did you handle that? So I know we're not as cool as like Jimmy Fallon in terms of like hashtagging something. There's a little bit of a delay, but I'm going to see if somebody comes up with something funny so I can laugh about it and tell you about it, even though you'll see it before I will probably. So far I don't see anybody sharing anything, but hey, isn't that typical youth group though? I'm usually standing up here by myself. So you think about that, and we'll see if something pops up, but How do you normally handle an interruption? That's a question that I have for you. One that I want you to think about. See, presently, I think we're dealing with a pretty significant interruption. While I know it's nice to have a break from school, to have a chance to relax a little bit, I also know it's a drag not to be able to hang out with your friends, not to be able to get out of the house as much, and to enjoy this kind of downtime. You're kind of just stuck. And plus, I know it's also pretty upsetting and disappointing to have like events and activities that you were planning on, you've been anticipating. Some of you have done a lot of work to go on, and then to see them either postponed or canceled. Like I know some of you got the news about the band trip, or maybe you're part of your school's musical. I know some of those are coming up, and we're not sure. And then, two, just the normal social interaction that you have with your friends at school. I know school itself is not what you're missing, but the time that you get to spend with your friends, the memories that you make, the interactions that you have, I know you're missing that. And so I'm hurting with you, and I'm sorry, because I know it's not fun to be in the situation that we're in. But when we explore the pages of the Bible, we come across many biblical characters who have dealt with interruptions in their lives. And so over the course of the time that we have live streaming, I want to take a look at some of those narratives and just talk about, hey, what are some of these interruptions? What do they look like? How are they handled? And one person who dealt with interruptions pretty frequently was Jesus. So I figured we could start there. So I want us to look in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 8 tonight. And I want to draw some conclusions from that. So in Luke chapter 8, verses 40 through 56, Jesus is likely returning to the town of Capernaum. And this is a place that he has been ministering in frequently. He has been teaching in. He's done many miraculous signs. It's safe to say that the people in this area are familiar with him. They know him. They love him. And so as he comes back across the Sea of Galilee into town, a massive crowd of people is there to welcome him. Now, this huge crowd assembles, but it brings with it huge expectations. See, they are hoping to receive something from Jesus, whether that's a blessing or a healing or a meal or a teaching or even a need being met. Verse 42 tells us that the crowds almost crushed him. Now, I don't know about you. I want you to picture that for a moment, because sometimes in my mind, when I think about the biblical passage, it appears to me an animation. And so I see this mild and gentle Jesus that's frolicking along in some sort of meadow somewhere with his band of merry men following him, and they're probably playing piccolos and just kind of going wherever Jesus goes. But that's not the Jesus that we see in this text or the Jesus that we see in the Bible. So the word has spread far and wide about who Jesus is, about his authority to teach and to do miracles, and how he has authority over the supernatural, over the natural things that are happening in the world. He can, he's fed people. He's raised people from the dead. I mean, these things are happening. These people are hearing it. And so everyone wants a piece of the action. And so they draw near and they press in. I just want to read here some of these verses from Luke chapter 8. So verses 40 through 56. It says, "Now when Jesus returned, a crowd welcomed him, for they were all expecting him. And then a man named Jairus, a ruler of the synagogue, came and fell at Jesus' feet, pleading with him to come to his house, because his only daughter, a girl about 12, was dying. As Jesus was on his way, the crowds almost crushed him. And a woman was there who had been subject to bleeding for 12 years, but no one could heal her. She came up behind him and touched the edge of his cloak, and immediately her bleeding stopped. 'Who touched me?' Jesus asked. When they all denied it, Peter said, 'Master, the people are crowding and pressing against you.' But Jesus said, 'Someone touched me. I know the power has gone out from me.' Then the woman, seeing she could not go unnoticed, came trembling and fell at his feet. In the presence of all the people, she told why she had touched him and how she had been instantly healed. Then he said to her, 'Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace.' While Jesus was still speaking, someone came from the house of Jairus, the synagogue ruler. "Your daughter is dead," he said. "Don't bother the teacher anymore." Hearing this, Jesus said to Jairus, "Don't be afraid. Just believe and she will be healed." When he arrived at the house of Jairus, he did not let anyone go in with him except Peter, John, and James, and the child's father and mother. Meanwhile, all the people were wailing and mourning for her. "Stop wailing," Jesus said. "She's not dead, but asleep." They laughed at him, knowing that she was dead. But he took her by the hand and said, "My child, get up." Her spirit returned, and at once she stood up. Then Jesus told them to give her something to eat. Her parents were astonished, but he ordered them not to tell anyone what had happened. I don't know about you, but I have a tendency to be pretty agenda-driven. See, I have a list of things that I want to accomplish in my day, and I set out at the beginning of the day to tackle them. Sometimes even on days when I'm not working my job, I have tasks that I want to do. I want to be productive in some way. And so I don't like situations that get in my way. I don't like unexpected people or unexpected problems to be encountered as I seek to accomplish the tasks on my agenda. And so as I look at this passage, I have to imagine that Jesus could have been agenda-driven. You know, I was going to meet so-and-so as I came off this boat, and so you guys need to move out of my way so I can get to this appointment that I had. Or, hey, I like this restaurant in Capernaum, and so I'm heading there, and I need to get there before it closes. Or I have reservations. So you guys, move it, right? I've got to get to dinner. Or, hey, you know, after that first encounter with Jairus, he could have said, "Hey, can't you tell I'm helping someone? I'm helping Jairus right now. His daughter needs me, and so the rest of you are just going to have to wait." But my normal reaction to interruptions is not Jesus' modus operandi, is it? See, in the midst of the swelling crowd, in the pushing and pulling and tugging at him in all directions, he is aware of the presence of one and the gentle touch of one. "Who touched me?" Jesus asked. And the disciples are baffled, right? What do you mean, who touched you? Right? Every person is tussling to grab you. Every person wants to get your attention. It could be anyone, and it was likely everyone. How can you ask who touched you? And then this woman who has to be afraid, or at least very cautious, I think she would have just assumed to come up and to catch the hem of his garb and have the faith that she was healed and then just slip away into the crowd unnoticed. That was probably her goal. No need to bother Jesus. As I understand it, she would have viewed herself as an insignificant inconvenience, not worth the time of the master. She's been in pain for years, and she's lived with this embarrassment and shame for as long as she can remember. And she's seen healers and hacks, and she's tried every medicine and natural ointment that was ever invented, and nothing has helped her situation. And now she's in desperation, she goes to Jesus. And Jesus may very well be her last remaining hope. And now he's calling her to stand up and to stand out in the crowd. When the woman recognizes that she can't go unnoticed, she comes forward, trembling. What? Why do you want me to step out? Jesus doesn't chastise her. He doesn't push her away. But rather, he recognizes her, doesn't he? Jesus has the time of day for her. He looks her in the eyes and validates her. He communicates that she's worthwhile, that she's loved, that she's valued. I wonder if you've ever seen any of the Mr. Rogers movies that have come out in the last couple years. Last year there was a documentary called Won't You Be My Neighbor? And this year, of course, there was the Tom Hanks film, Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. You might think they were the most boring things ever. But my generation, we hung out with Mr. Rogers because he was cool. Probably because I'm lame. But anyway, both of these movies kind of capture something extraordinary to me. I was struck by the fact that Mr. Rogers took time out of his day to hang with a lot of other people. And I'm not just talking about a hello or a quick autograph as he passed by, but he would stop. He would kneel down. He would look the person in the eye, and he would have a conversation with them, and he would listen to them, and he would empathize with them. And his goal was to make them feel like you are the most important person in this room. You're the most important person that I have to speak with in this day. You know, Jesus operated in much the same way, only a little bit better than Mr. Rogers. I haven't seen a picture with Jesus wearing the cardigan. But interruptions to Jesus are open doors to ministry. Interruptions to Jesus are open doors to ministry. And this woman was not an inconvenience that drew his attention from pressing matters. She was a divine appointment to love and care for on that day. Jairus and his daughter, they weren't holding him back from another meeting or another meal. They were the precise people that God put in his path for the day. Oh, that I would look at my schedule and my agenda and my drivenness in my day, and that I would see and love and care for people the way Jesus did. That I would allow God to use interruptions to be open doors for ministry. So what might you do with that? All we have right now is time. There's no schoolwork to attend to. Probably if you have a job, you're on some sort of hiatus, or you're not getting the hours that you'd hoped you'd get. Maybe you get a few chores to do each day. But I'm guessing that for the most part, you're in control of your schedule. And for me, I know what that would have meant those years ago in high school. I would have had a cozy pair of Adidas pants on. I would have stayed up as late as I possibly could until I crashed. And then I would have woke up as late as I possibly could. And I would have worked hard during the day. I would have had an agenda. My agenda would have been playing on my phone, then moving over to my computer and playing on that, then watching TV, binging some movies, playing some board games, eating Ruffles potato chips, and guzzling Mountain Dew. I think I'm 80% Mountain Dew right now. See, I have to complete my agenda, and that's all that I'm focused on. And I want to push you, and I want to push me to a place where we welcome interruptions to our agenda. If those are the things on your agenda, I get it. If there's other priorities that you have right now, or things that you might be striving for, I'm going to make good use of this time. Congrats to you as well. But I want our agenda, our schedule, our plans, our drivenness to be laid at the feet of Jesus. And that each day we would surrender ourselves to him. That we would pray and ask God, God, would you make us aware of what you're doing around us? Make us aware of what you're speaking to us and what you're sharing with us. Would you give us your eyes and your heart and your wisdom and your compassion to let interruptions become open doors to ministry? Who around you might God point you to? You know, for some of you, that could be a sibling who needs a friend. For some of you, that could be a neighbor who needs a helping hand. Could we take off our eyes, or could we take our eyes off of our own enjoyment to maybe reach out and engage a missionary who needs an encouraging word right now, who's alone, who's maybe scared and in another place where maybe they don't have access to some of the things we have access to? I think of the Gardner kids who are in Guatemala and off, and I'm sure they have people they're interacting with as well, but man, to hear a word from you guys, to have you guys share with them. We haven't forgotten you. We love you. Could we send a text or a note maybe to a friend expressing our gratitude for their presence in our lives? Or FaceTime or Skype and interact and just share life? As we close, I'm going to ask you to do something to make a physical expression of maybe what's in your heart tonight. And maybe you want to join with me. I want to pray a prayer just surrendering my schedule, my agenda, my drivenness to God in this time. And to say, God, would you would you open my eyes to see where you're working in this interruption? And would you help me to respond to the open doors of ministry that are there? And so I'm going to lead us in a prayer, and you're welcome to say that prayer with me, or you can make this prayer, put it into your own words, what you want to express to God. But I'm going to ask you to just open your hands in front of you as a physical expression of what is in your heart to God. I want to surrender. I want to have open hands. So let's pray together. God, I love you, and I know you love me, and I thank you for that. I thank you that you care about me. You've cared about me in extraordinary ways since before time began. You had a plan that even when I was your enemy, even when I shook my fist at you, that you went to the cross to take my sin and my punishment and my shame and to defeat it by dying in my place and rising again from the grave. And Jesus, I praise you for that. And I want you to be in control of my life in response to what you've done on the cross and through your resurrection. And God, today I hold out my schedule, my agenda, my plans, my drivenness, and surrender it to you, God. God, if you want to interrupt what I'm doing, help me to be open. Help me to see and have your eyes to see, and your compassion and your strength to respond in obedience to what you're doing and to see you move and work. And as I take those steps of obedience, I pray that you would increase my faith and that your name would be honored and glorified. And that this would just be an avenue by which you are praised, and I can share that I love Jesus, and that's why I'm jumping into this. So God, give us direction as to where we can put these things into practice in our own lives in the days and weeks ahead. We don't know what the future holds, that's for sure, but we're trusting you, and we know that you will speak to us. And we pray this in your name and in your authority. Amen. I want to thank you for joining us. I know it's a little bit unique tonight. I want to share a couple different things with you. Number one is that as long as we're kind of shut down from meeting together physically, that we're going to have this live stream up on Thursday nights at 7 o'clock. I guess that depends on if Jack will help us or not, but I think I can twist his arm. Secondly, if you're in high school, this next week we want to begin to have virtual high school small groups. So the platform we're probably going to use for that is Zoom, and I'm going to get you more details on that. It is not lost on me that all of our high school guys' books are in the hallway to my left. And so we're going to have to come up with a different way to engage, a different curriculum. We might be sending you some right now media videos that you can look at, and then as we engage, we can kind of kick those around. So look for more details about that on our Facebook, Instagram, and in our weekly emails. Lastly is what I don't want to say, and that is that Oasis Student Ministry events, physical events that we have through Saturday, April 4th have been canceled. So you probably already know that, but unfortunately I have to remind you that that includes our Manly Man Night and our middle school girls sleepover event, and it's actually extending out to cover Good Friday walkthrough. We don't want people dipping their hands in the same bowl together. I don't think Jesus did either, but Judas did, right? And then also our breakaway retreat at the end of the month, unfortunately. So those are not glad tidings that I bring, but things that you need to know. I want to invite Andrew back up because we have some prizes that we have to award, apparently.
We do have some prizes. All right.
You're looking good.
You're looking better.
Thank you.
So, we have...
Oh, I'm coming this way. No.
And I'm going this way.
Why?
I don't know.
That's weird. I'm going to go over here.
All right. So, we're good.
Did that,
Before we do it, in your homes, just give a small round of applause for Jack because we love him.
I love Jack.
I love him as well in many different ways. So, so we have 2 games that we played. We have our Kahoot game.
Technically, we have 3.
Whoa.
I'll start with the Lego Master Build.
Fair enough.
Hey, we showed you a lot of pictures tonight. We thank you for your submissions. Hope you had some fun with that. And Isaac Mowry, man, your picture blew us out of the water, so we want to say thanks for that, and we want to say congrats to you. You are the winner of the Lego Master Build.
Big fan. Big fan.
Yeah. I don't know if his would have stood up if we put 1,000 pounds on it like that bridge, but
I don't know why you would.
I don't know.
But for the other two games, we have our Kahoot game. We did a pretty deep dive and discovered the real identity of this L person.
L.
Turns out it's Simeon McTaggart. So somebody else took his name, and he doesn't have. It's a whole thing. But he wins. So we're gonna find a way to get his gift card out to him.
Yeah, represent
Yeah.
the old Slippery Rock Rockets.
You'll love to see it.
You do.
Secondly, our other game, where
Yes.
we had you guys look for all kinds of
House
random
Hunt
crap.
50 game, yeah.
Yes.
How'd you like looking for those things? Parents, I'm sorry you're going to have to put all that away. Actually, students, please put those things back where you found them.
That would be ideal.
I would love it.
I would like it.
I don't know who won, so I can't answer this one.
I do know who won, and that would be the Filer family.
The Filer family.
You'll love to see it.
That's not true.
It is true. It is true. It is true.
That is true.
Because, so,
there you have it. Filers, congratulations. Thanks for working together. I was just looking over at the stream over here, and someone asked a question about our mission trips this summer, and I'm glad that's a good question that you've asked. At present time, I'm pushing ahead with both our Niagara Falls and our Envision Atlanta trips. No word has come to me yet on those being in danger yet, but obviously we'll keep monitoring the situation. Unfortunately, everything is fluid. But I wanted you to know that. Also, we're trying to work on some unique fundraisers because some of the ones we had planned, obviously, are going to be difficult to use now.
indeed.
So, hey, I want to say goodbye to you until we meet again next Thursday at 7. But also, don't forget about the church live stream on Sunday morning at 9:30 a.m. Jump on there, and we can mess around with the chat on there a little bit. So, I'll see you later. Good night.